Yeah, we did it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream and a very happy Magic Monday, one and all. We've got apparently some things here. Arena weekly announcements, codes, stats, and news. No. We'll see what the store has for us today. Nothing special. Oh, and they're all 5 hundos today? Well, that's unfortunate. But it's fine. I guess we can do our intro. Especially since this will be our first Murders at Karlov Manor play stream. So, for those of you who may be new, whether you're watching live or on the VOD, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
We are Geek for All, and we are here to play some Murders at Karlov Manor Limited here on MTG Arena on Magic Monday. Amy,
yes.
Do you want to play Sealed or Draft today? To start, at least.
We always start with Sealed.
Sealed it is. So, I know you love this art.
So much.
Because why wouldn't you? It's great. And so, yeah, we can start our first sealed as people are filtering in. For folks who may be new, we are always asking for you to let us know how you're doing, how your life has been. Typically, because it's Monday, we'll ask how your weekend was, but kind of no matter what, just in general, how are you all fine individuals? Even if you're watching on the VOD, you're welcome to leave it in the comments down below. That's totally fine as well. But even if we're talking Magic, you're always welcome to interrupt us with other stuff, because that's just how it goes around here.
Yes.
Amy, look who it is.
I see.
It's Krenko. Let's open up our first sealed pool in this set, where we get no mythics. Unfortunate, but fine, I suppose. We got 2 of the same rare in Assemble the Players.
Oh. Is it good?
It's not bad. It's 1 and a white for an enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and then once each turn, you can cast a creature spell with power 2 or less from the top of your library.
At any time, like...
So in other words,
like
Arena,
all the time?
So
Or...
Arena is going to show you the top card of your library at all times.
Oh.
If you're playing paper Magic, at any time, your turn, your opponent's turn, you can reach down and lift the top card of your library, look at it, and then place it back where it was.
But Arena shows you your top card every time.
At all times while this card is on the field.
Wow.
Yes. Yep.
That's really cool. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that would be how it would work, but it is nice that it actually does that for you.
Yeah. C. Holland is here saying hey with a wave.
C. Holland, how are you? Happy Magic Monday, of course, but also, how is every little thing?
So nice to see you.
As always. We have Treacherous Greed, 1 white black for an instant. You have to, as an additional cost to cast this spell, you have to sack a creature that dealt damage this turn. So that could be to an opposing creature or to your opponent.
And if you smelt it, you dealt it, so...
Very nice. And then you get to draw 3 cards. Your opponent loses 3 life, and you gain 3 life.
Wow. Okay. There's a lot to that. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the art, too.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the flavor text says, loot's easy to divide by 1.
Sure is.
We have this crazy art card.
Yeah.
With Illicit Masquerade. 3 and a black enchantment with flash. When it enters the battlefield, put an imposter counter on each creature you control. And then whenever a creature you control with an imposter counter on it dies, you exile it and return up to 1 other target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it does have flash, so if you were to swing out with a bunch of your creatures and then your opponent blocks, kills a lot of your creatures by blocking and is like, I don't know what they're doing here.
Yeah.
You can flash this in, let all of your creatures die, and then get your better creatures that you might have in your graveyard back. I still don't love this one. I think that a lot of things have to have happened for this card to be good. Like, you need creatures on your board, but also creatures in your graveyard. And, you need to get them into a situation where they're going to die. And then you get the better creatures back out of your graveyard. It's just...
Yeah.
There's just too many things, I think, to make this card that good. Especially because it's a 4-mana enchantment. So, if you don't have the mana to flash this in at the moment that you need it, you could be screwed. So, notably, there's Outrageous Robbery, which is X black for an instant. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of their library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled. If you cast a spell this way, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast it.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
That's a cool one, because you just get to steal their cards. And so even if you never cast it, you're still exiling X cards from the top of their library at instant speed. So if there's ever a time where they, scry or something and like leave the card on top, you can just play this and be like, well, you know, it looks like you wanted that card, so thank you. Notably, we have Officious Interrogation. Let's take a look at this one as well. Azorius, white and blue for an instant. It costs white and blue more to cast for each target beyond the first, but you're targeting a player. And so you could target yourself and your opponent here because it says choose any number of target players and you investigate, meaning making clues, X times, where X is the total number of creatures those players control. So if you're targeting yourself and your opponent, this costs 4, and you get to investigate per each creature on the battlefield at that point. If you only do it for 2 mana, then it's only for each creature that you or your opponent controls. I guess at that point, whoever has more. We did get an Elegant Parlor, which is a Mountain Plains dual land. Enters tapped, but you can surveil 1, and then it obviously, because it's a mountain and a plains, it taps for red and white. Red or white. There's a Lamplight Phoenix that's 1 red for a 3/3 flyer, and when it dies, you can exile it and collect evidence 4 to return it to the battlefield tapped. It's not bad, but one of my favorite cards that we opened is the Unyielding Gatekeeper.
Okay.
So it's 1 and a white for a 3/2 Elephant Cleric, which is pretty great in and of itself, right? That's a fine stat line. I don't love 3/2 in general, but for 2 mana, it's pretty good. Usually you see 3/2s for 3. But you could play it face down for 3 mana and then flip it face up at any time for 1 and a white. And when it's turned face up, you exile another target non-land permanent. If you controlled it, return it to the battlefield tapped. So if it was under some type of an enchantment, like enchant creature or something that you didn't want it to have, you can flash that off of it, right? You just take your creature away, that enchantment goes away, and then your creature comes back, albeit tapped. And or if it has an enter the battlefield effect that you really want to activate, you can make it go away and then come back and that enter the battlefield effect activates again. But if it's not your creature, if you exile one of your opponent's creatures, like their best creature, for example, they get a 2/2 detective. But if you're getting rid of their best creature, you kind of don't care if they have a 2/2 token, right? Like, so, and we didn't talk about Izoni, I guess. 6 mana, 5/4 menace. Whenever she enters the battlefield or attacks, we can collect evidence 4 to make 2 of these spiders.
Yeah.
2/1 black and green spider creature tokens with menace and reach. And then at any time we can sack 4 tokens. So that can include these as well as clue tokens, things like that.
Sure.
To surveil 2, draw 2, gain 2.
Okay. I mean, I don't feel like our cards are bad. I feel pretty good about them.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like our white-black with Treacherous Greed, with Outrageous Robbery, 2 Assemble the Players,
Right.
and Unyielding Gatekeeper.
It's a pretty good place to start
I'll agree.
when it comes to a deck, I gotta say.
Exactly, yeah. And then obviously now we're going to get to look at our uncommons, our commons, etc. So let's see what else we can work with here. Okay, not a lot of white.
No.
But the white that we have is pretty interesting. Inside Source is a 3 mana 1/1 that when it enters, you make a 2/2 detective immediately. And then you can tap 3, tap your 1/1, and give one of your detectives +2/+0 and vigilance until end of turn.
Oh.
Which is cool. Also, speaking of creatures with power 2 or less, the Market Watch Phantom is a 2/2 for 2, and whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, this gains flying until end of turn.
Mm-hmm. I remember this one.
From the list.
Oh.
Mentor of the Meek. 3 mana for a 2/2. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 to draw a card.
Cool.
Wow, what a fortuitous open in Mentor of the Meek. That's great. Griffnot Tracker is a 4 mana 3/2 flyer. and you can exile up to 2 cards from a single graveyard. So like if your opponent is doing collect evidence type shenanigans, you can get rid of cards from their graveyard so that they can't do that. And or if you're afraid they're going to get something back, like you just get their like 2 best cards out of their graveyard to stop them from recurring them, which is great. Let's check our gold cards, I guess. Yeah, see? Sanguine Savior is white-black. We have 2 of these. It is 1 white-black for a 2/1 flying lifelink. Or you can play it as a disguised creature face down as a 2/2. Flip it face up for 2 white-black hybrids. And when it's turned face up, another target creature you control gains lifelink until end of turn. I don't think we need to play this thing face down. Because even playing it face up, it's a creature with power 2 or less. So it will work for that ability that we've been looking at. We do have 2 escape tunnels.
Okay.
And a public thoroughfare if we wanted to splash for anything like Izoni or things like that.
Okay.
Izoni, or what was the other card that we had that was really good? Officious Interrogation was this one. As well as Private Eye, by the way. 3 mana for a 3/3 Homunculus Detective. Other detectives you control get +1/+1. And whenever you draw your second card each turn, target detective can't be blocked this turn. So if we're splashing blue for these 2, we could also use these blue-black cards because we're playing black, right? Fairy Snoop is also a detective.
Cool.
And you can play it as a 3 mana 1/4 flyer or 3 mana with better distribution. Because if we put it face down for its disguise cost or to flip it up for its disguise cost could just be double black. So even if we don't have our blue at that point, we can flip it up for double black and 1. And when it's turned face up, you look at the top 2 cards of your library, 1 into your hand and the other into your graveyard. I think we could make this work. What does Coerce to Kill do? Look at this art.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
It's 5 mana for an enchant creature. You control enchanted creature, so you steal one of their creatures. It has base power and toughness 1/1. It has death touch, and it's an assassin in addition to its other types.
Cool.
The other cool thing about this card is, I mean, you can get their best card off the field, but also it has death touch now, so you can like just have a death toucher on the field to mess with their stuff. So yeah, I think we can do
Tunnel Tipster.
Sorry, Amy. We can have him be the deck box.
Yeah.
Amy loves this little guy.
It's very cute.
He is pretty cute. But yeah, I think we can do white, black, splash blue for these 4 cards.
Okay.
Does that seem okay?
Yeah.
Let's try that. Okay. So now we need both escape tunnels and a public thoroughfare. We can also play push and pull. So for push, 1 and white or black to destroy target tapped creature.
Okay.
Or we could play pull, 4, in this case, black, because we're not going to be playing it for the red.
Right.
Put up to 2 target creature cards from a single graveyard, yours or your opponent's, onto the battlefield under your control. They gain haste until end of turn, and then you sack them at the beginning of the next end step.
Okay. I like push better, but I'll take it.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, but still.
Marcus is here saying sup.
What is up, Marcus? Happy Magic Monday.
Yes.
Happy first day of Murders at Karlov Manor here at Geek for All.
Yeah. And you're going to be happy because we're playing Azorius plus black.
That's true. It's technically black plus blue, or Orzhov plus blue, but I still see what you're getting at.
Well, I'm talking to Marcus,
I know.
so it's Azorius plus black. And maybe I forget to mention it's plus black.
Fair enough. This card is iffy. Let me see what we're doing here. Do you like this one?
I love this one. The zombie leech knows where it's at.
Is it because it's eating a bird?
Yes.
Yes, of course it is.
Marcus says, I get you, Amy. The Lord Sephiroth is back. It's been so long, Lord Sephiroth.
Great
nice
to see
you. And they say, hey.
Well, hey to you as well. Happy Magic Monday. For Lord Sephiroth and Marcus, but also C. Holland and anybody else who might be out there, how are you all doing?
Yes.
How's every little thing? When it deals combat damage to a player, you mill 2 cards, so you have to do that. And for 2 mana, it can get +2/+2 until end of turn. I'll take the Gorehound instead. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, surveil 1, and it's a 1-mana 1/1 menace.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Toxin Analysis. I think there are other people who like this card better than I do. I don't like this one as much. Death Touch and Lifelink, and you investigate. I will take Extract a Confession, though. 2 of these we have. 2 mana. You could collect evidence 6. If you don't, each opponent sacks a creature. It's their choice. But if you collected evidence 6 when you cast it, they have to sack a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. We also have Murder.
Oh.
Which is a very good card.
Yes.
I guess I'll... Macabre Reconstruction gets 2 creatures back to our hand. The Coroner, sack a creature, draw a card. No. Basilica Stalker I'll take because it's got Disguise. And I'll take the Outrageous Robbery, and that's exactly 40 cards. So
Okay.
sometimes the deck builds itself.
Sometimes.
We're very low curved here right now, though.
Oh.
Look how low our curve is. Wow.
It's a peace sign.
Yeah. It's almost like the Shocker. Almost. It's got like a little bit sticking up there.
It's a mild shock.
There you go. Very nice. Very nice. I'm going to look at our sleeves. You can...
Okay. Lord Sephiroth says, I'm always working, so I never catch you because I usually am bussing home.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The masquerade is gross.
Yeah. Yeah, that art is a hell of a thing.
It is.
Ooh, okay. If we're playing this set, Amy, do we want these sleeves?
Yes.
Or these sleeves?
Oh.
Judith or Castle? Or Manor, I guess. It's the whole Markov Manor thing.
I love the fucking lightning, though. It's so cool.
Okay, so we'll do the Manor. Oh, Jace Puppet.
Oh no, he's headless.
It's only on that screen.
It's a murder manor, so he's headless.
All right, we can put the Masquerade in as well, and just have it be the Dirty 41, as we tend to do sometimes. You know.
Do you mean it's gross in that the art is gross, or do you mean it's gross in that it's a really good card? Marcus says, I'm late for the draft due to an opponent not admitting the match was well over.
Been there.
I'm not understanding.
When you play Magic, if your opponent isn't willing to admit that they've been beaten, and they just keep drawing it out and drawing it out and drawing it out, but you know that it's been over for a long time.
Yeah, but if they have the ability to draw it out, then they haven't lost.
Well,
yet.
it depends. There's 2 ways of doing that, right? You can salty rope, which is one thing, which is super annoying.
Well, that's on here. I thought he meant in paper, but...
Oh, I didn't think that, but let us know, Marcus.
Sephiroth says, no, it's gross as a good card gross. Okay.
Mastering Meows. And it's a Johnny.
Awesome.
Ooh. Wow, this hand is cool.
Yeah.
Keep. Oh, we don't get
Broken glass.
Yeah, we get to go first. Okay, good. Novice Inspector. Give me that Investigate. Perfect. Okay, second card. Let's go to combat first and attack for 1.
Sephiroth says a Johnny versus a Johnny. Lols.
Yeah, I guess so.
What?
We just played Assemble the Players, which lets us look at our top card, which is...
Assemble the Players. Amazing. Now that's a funny one, Sephiroth.
I'll agree with that.
Funnier than a Johnny and a Johnny.
Oh my goodness. We can do it.
Oh.
Ha-ha. Perfect. No attacks in pass.
So, all of you, how have you been? I need to know what's been going on with you.
By the way, look at what I found while I was definitely not playing this set. I only play Magic Arena when I'm in front of all of you. But if you click on these weapons, like the rope and the knife and stuff,
yeah,
it pops up as like
a clue.
You know, these are things. Like there's the pipe there as well. Like, so yeah, you got to find all the different weapons.
The one down here.
I clicked this one already.
No, this one.
Oh, the candlestick. Good call. Thank you, Amy.
Sephiroth says just means you have a backup if they blow it up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Combat, 2 in the air with lifelink. And then lay this face down.
I'm good. Got to Mythic on the 8th this month. Very cool, Sephiroth.
Congrats. Amy, look what they played against us.
Oh, no. He's gonna tip them in some way.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
He's not scary. He's just adorable.
All right, so we only have 4 mana. Combat, attack for 2 in the air again. 15 to 24. I mean, you know, I could make them sack a creature, but I don't really need to right now. I think I just keep this up in case I need it, or I'll draw a card. Or both, actually. But yeah, I think I'll just draw a card at the end of their turn.
Marcus says we played 10 more turns than was needed. That's a lot of turns.
Yes, it is.
I was playing Knights with Vanquisher's banner in play. So I'm constantly drawing cards, removing their stuff, and playing through board wipes. Wow. Okay. Yeah. 10 is, you know, more than I would say is acceptable to drag things out. C. Holland says, I'm fine, thanks. Hope both of you are doing well.
Yeah, I would say we are. We had a pretty good day yesterday, at least.
I'm still a little sick, but I'm doing better, so...
That is true.
That's why I'm here.
Right.
As opposed to not here.
All right, let's attack for 2 in the air. It's 13 to 26. And now we have a second Sanguine Savior on the field, by the way. They have to figure out... Ooh, they got their 3rd color. It seems like they might have been waiting for that. War Leader's Call is a very good card. Very good card. Okay. I mean, 3, 6, 9, 13 total. Just block the 4. Take 9. And then we're at 17. So they brought us back below where we started. Now, I think what I'm going to do is... Can I do this? Yeah, I can. So I'm going to do this. I'm just going to make them sack a creature. Their call. Because I kind of don't care. Like, they could pick one of their crap... Like, if they have a crappy face-down card, they could pick one of those. But they're just going to sack a creature. It's their choice. It was one of their face-down cards, which was a land in the branch of Vitu-Ghazi. Now I'm going to use Destroy Target Tapped Creature on the... Tunnel Tipster, I think. And then with my Public Thoroughfare, I can cast my Snarling Gorehound off the top. Beautiful. I will also attack for 4 in the air. Hit your 4, gain 4, and pass.
Okay. Where'd I leave off? Marcus says Giada played well, but wow, they really wanted it. Yeah, sure.
Fair enough.
Did anyone else hear Yin Yang Twins when Joe said 369? Amazing.
I have never been told that I sound like the Yin Yang Twins, so I guess I take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Sephiroth says, yeah, board wipes players have control issues in general, so it makes sense they wouldn't accept defeat.
That's very funny.
The other face, probably. Nice.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and steal their face down card by tapping this and this. Yes, that's correct. Resolves to pay the ward. Auto pay. So that gets exiled. Ward Leader's Call gives them a 2-2, which is actually a 3-3. We take 1. And then I can do that at instant speed. So combat. 4 in the air. Should be fine. Because basically this Gatekeeper can block if and when it needs to. But I'll leave up 2 mana to Officious Interrogation after they've played more creatures. So it was not turned face up, it was just played. We take 1, thanks to War Leader's Call. This card is insane, by the way, if people were unaware. When it enters, 2+1/+1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures they control. Okay, they put them both on their face down card. Fine. Passing to attackers. We're getting attacked for 8, 10 total. Or sorry, 12 total. I guess what I want first is I'm going to do this and choose just them. Submit. I get 5 clue tokens. And then they have 2 blockers. And we have 2 damage dealers. Oh, but I can steal one of their things next turn for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I won't have the next mana to be able to target the face down card. So I'd have to steal one of their face up ones. So I'm going to say 12 means no blocks. Yeah, they're tapped out. So now I get Coerce to Kill. I'm going to use it to steal this one. Then swing with everyone, and we win.
When you said that, were you responding to Lord Sephiroth saying 5 clues in?
I was not.
Okay.
But we win.
Thank you, Mastering Meows.
Yeah, because basically they had 2 blockers, which means if we had... Oh, actually, I'm wrong. We had Menace. We won either way. But that's fine. Because basically they had 2 blockers, so they could have blocked 1, 2, but they couldn't. This had Menace.
Right.
And they were at 5, and 4 in the air and 1 on the ground meant that they were dead.
Okay.
So we didn't need the Coerce to Kill, but we did it anyway.
We did coerce. Regardless of the fact that we didn't need to.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah. But I didn't fully see that, and I wanted to make sure that we won.
Yeah.
Because basically, if we had those 2 blockers, or those 2 attackers that they could have blocked, then they would have taken 4, gone to 1, and then could have possibly killed us on the crackback. So even if they blocked across, but we stole one of their 2 blockers, which meant they only had 1, and so we won that way as well.
Sure. Sephiroth says, I always play the overkill because I want them to quit.
I actually, typically, I don't know that I want my opponents to concede. I think it's like, if it's like very blatant, then sure, I'd rather they do it. But I feel like my thing is, like, especially if I'm doing cool stuff, if it's just like, okay, I'm attacking for 2 with a flyer every turn, you're at 2 and I have a flyer. Can you deal with it or not? If not, then just concede, sure. But, like, if I have cool stuff to do of, like, I'm going to play this and I'm going to wipe your board and I'm going to do this, like, I'd rather be able to do that without that being interrupted by them immediately conceding or whatever.
Sure.
So, I think I have to mulligan this. This, maybe I'm wrong. This is turn 1. This is turn 2 if they play something that we really want to kill. Otherwise, we can draw an extra card with the Investigate.
Marcus says Niambi does. Does what? What did I miss?
Interesting.
What does Niambi do? And then Sephiroth says, I feel like I didn't win if they don't quit. Wow.
That's very funny. Ooh, we drew Escape Tunnel with these 2 blue cards in our hand. That's super nice. Okay. Very good. I like it. It just means that, I mean, we played a good blocker for the creature that they played that was exactly the same as ours. But
forces the scoop.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, Sanguine Savior, huh? So yeah, even more reason to play the Escape Tunnel now. To go get the island. Because it enters tapped. Which means that, like, I could have kept up Extract a Confession this turn. But instead, or not keep it up, but, like, use Extract a Confession this turn. But instead, I want to set up, I could play Private Eye next turn, I could play Sanguine Savior, I could do a lot of different things. They're drawing their card from their clue, which we did not do. But the other thing is, if we play Private Eye, we have a 3/3 that makes this a 2/3. And they currently only have a 1/2. We'll see what they do with their turn. But if they play a 2/2, like a face-down creature, with Disguise, which is typically what you expect people to do for 3 mana in this format, then it makes it so that I'm much more likely to play this next turn. But we'll see. They're thinking about it.
Sephiroth says, but I know kinda mean. I want people to hate playing against me. Alright.
Ooh, we drew another Swamp. Okay, but yeah, like I said, they played a face-down creature. So I'm going to play this Private Eye, and then I'm going to swing for 2. They can absolutely double block here, but if they do, I'm killing their face-down creature in exchange for my Novice Inspector, which I don't care if my Novice Inspector dies. I have ways of getting it back. So
I'm so, like, not competitive in most games, Sephiroth, to the point that as I'm playing, if I'm winning too much, like, I will detriment my own situation because I feel bad that I feel like it's not fair enough.
Well, I have to say, I mean, I know I've played at least kitchen table Magic in the past, where you get to a point where you're like, we started this game recently, and, like, my opponent's doing very poorly, you know, like, yeah, in terms of what they have or whatever. So I'd rather go slower to give them the opportunity to come back, you know, that kind of thing.
And that's probably one of the reasons why I don't play Magic. It's because I seldom play games to begin with, but if I do, that's how I play them, which is obviously not very effective.
So if I play this, they're just going to sack this. So I don't want to do that yet. I could play this, and then when this dies, I get back my Private Eye. But instead, I think I'm just going to play the 1/4 flyer. We have perfect blockers directly across from one another now. So I'm not too worried about it.
Sephiroth says, oh yeah, for sure. That's where I will play with my food if the opponent is not the same level deck.
See, that's not exactly why I did it. I was talking about doing it. Holy shit. I forgot that it gave +2/+0. Shit. Okay. No blocks. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, Public Thoroughfare, we can just tap our clue. And then we have 4 mana available. which means... Yeah, we tap our clues so the Thoroughfare can stay. I'm going to play this 2-1 flyer, and I'm going to pass. Okay. It's 13-18, but with a 2-1 flyer, we can kind of try to fight back a little bit. If they're dealing us 2-ish damage a turn, they have Escape Tunnel. There are already 3 colors that we can see. So this may just be them getting a second black or white. It is a 3rd green. That's literally the last thing I would have guessed. Okay. Because I was like, or it could be a 4th color, but it's none of the above.
It's just an excessive amount of the color they have the most of.
Exactly, yeah. Which is ironic, because I guess they played 1 green card and bite down on crime. Okay. They have another face down creature. No problem. We have Mentor of the Meek. Interesting. For 3, which would leave us with 2. Sure, let's try it. Mentor of the Meek. Combat, 2 in the air, gain 2 life. Good. 16-15. See? So we're getting there. Things are happening. So I was curious how Arena was going to handle the fact that play boosters now, in paper, have extra stuff in them, right? You have more chances at mythics. You have a guaranteed foil in every pack. And the way that they're handling it now, it seems, is that they are... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can go to 10. Is that they are putting cards from the list into packs and or allowing you to... Ooh, we're taking 9? Gross. They're allowing you to...
Actually use them?
But have more access to other rares and mythics in the same pack.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, and draw 2 cards? I mean, that's pretty good, but it's not... Obviously, we want to play a land for the turn. We can search for a second white, I think makes the most sense here. Because we have double black. Yeah, let's do that. And then we have Illicit Masquerade. Huh. Puts it from the graveyard to the battlefield. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I think I'm just going to leave up Illicit Masquerade for 4. So I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to attack for 2 and gain 2. So I go to 8. And they go to 14. I'm going to end the turn, and then basically when, not if, but when, they swing out with all of their creatures again this turn, I'm going to chump block the Crowd Control Warden, trade with the face-down card, or at least attempt to, never mind. Target creature blocks this turn if able. Deal. Absolute deal, thank you. Pass to attackers. Once they attack with all 3... Or both. Okay, still fine. I will flash this in and get my detectives back. Must block. You got it. Still will block. You got it. Bam, bam. Our creatures die. And each one allows us to get 1 back from our graveyard. Like Private Eye. Like Fairy Snoop.
I like it.
And so now we have a detective and another detective. We drew another land. We cannot extract evidence 6 anymore because we have 2 escape tunnels in our graveyard. I can play a land for the turn. Play the Inside Source, which gives us another detective, which I'll get +1/+1 from the Private Eye. But if I tell them to sack a creature, they're just going to sack the Novice Inspector. So I could play this. I can't use it on both of us, but I mean, it would again give me 5 clues, which is really great, and I could sack 1 immediately to draw a card. Let's go to combat and attack for 2 in the air and gain 2 in the process. So 12-10. This is an instant, so I'll end my turn. It's possible, though unlikely, that they play creatures to get them up to more than 5 this turn. And so then I would want to use it on them instead of me and get more than 5 clues. Instead, they're just attacking. Okay. A 4/5 and a 6/6. I'm going to play this. Why would I target them? Why? I'm going to play this and target myself and get 5 clues.
I thought that was it for a second, where the screen was kind of lighting up on the bottom a little.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is it going to show us 5 clues? No.
No chance. Let's go ahead and... There's massive blowout potential here, but I have to try it. There's a big pump spell in green. I forget what it does, but it's like +6/+6 or something insane. So I'm going to double block the 4/5 and chump block the 6/6 and see what they've got.
Well, Joe, you know, a good blowout will give you a lot of confidence.
Oh, good. I need that. So, okay. Archdruid's Charm, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It then deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Okay. Fair enough. They used a rare on that, so I feel okay. Those 2 die. It's still 10 to 12, but we can now collect evidence 6 again. So that's pretty good. We're also going to draw a card here at the end of their turn. They have 3 mana remaining. Oh, that's why they got the 3rd green, by the way. They needed it for Archdruid's Charm, because it's triple green. Okay, they played another 2/2 face down. Got it. Before my turn, I'm going to draw 1 card. Thank you, Clue. Okay, it's a 1-drop, and we drew Assemble the Players as well. I am gonna... I guess we want as much information as possible, right? So let's do this first. We see a land on top. Okay. Let's do this. Let's collect evidence 6, 3, 6. It's got to be that. So we'll get rid of those 2. And they sack their 6/6. We can draw the land with this. Oh, and this detective can't be blocked this turn. I don't think I'm going to do that, but ooh, look at our top card. Looks like that 5/6 is about to be mine next turn. I'm going to play the land, and then do I play this dog? I guess I do, right? Yeah, I need a chump blocker. So sure, I'll play it. I'm actually going to still attack. We'll trade life totals. They'll go to 10. We'll go to 12. Perfect. And now we have a 3/3 to block the face down or the 1/2, and the 1/1 can chump block the 5/6, knowing that we're going to have it next turn. Oh, and notably, if that Sanguine Savior ever dies, we still get a creature back from our graveyard. Right now we don't have any, but, you know, in theory. Okay.
I like a good theory.
Right? All right, so we're at 12. I'm not going to let my Private Eye get blown out. You want to flip your card, you can do it. That's fine. But you're not going to do it to kill my 3/3.
Oh, yeah, he'd be so ugly if his eyeball got blown out. Just
he's only an eyeball.
Just a huge eyelid. A huge vacant eyelid.
Okay, this is actually a very good card for them with Archdruid's Charm in their deck. When it's turned face up, they can search their library for 2 forests, reveal them, one goes onto the battlefield tapped and the other goes into their hand. But because they have something that's triple green, and this also lets them go get a basic land. All right, so they have a 5/6 and a 5/5. Of course, our top card again that we can see with Assemble the Players is Assemble the Players, which is hilarious. I'm going to go ahead and borrow this forever. Thank you. It's a 1/1 or 2/2 now, Death Touch. 3 mana left means combat, swing for 2, gain 2, go to 9, they go to 8. We're moving in a positive direction here, folks. A positive direction. This is a tough game. This is a cool game of Magic.
Good.
Very cool. What does this do now that it's on the field? Anything? Whenever one or more creatures leaves their graveyard, I lose one, they gain one. Got it.
I mean, it looks pretty cool, even if it does nothing.
When it enters or attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control with power 2 or less. Okay, so they can give it to the Gardener or the Inspector. Gardener first. Okay, it's a 3/3. The Private Eye can absolutely trade for this Gardener if we feel like it. When it enters, target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Okay. Choosing the Gardener. Okay. So then I guess I'll just chump the 6/6 then. That's fine too. It just saves me that much more damage. But if I was okay with my creature dying anyway. Okay, sure. So yes, the cool thing is, right, they attacked with their Novice Inspector. That's really smart. Because I could have just blocked the Novice Inspector and killed it and had my creature still live. But the rest of the creatures are dealing 9 and I'm at 9, so I would have died. So that's very smart. I will, before I take my turn, I will draw a card. God, Arena does not like drawing cards off clues. It takes a while for them to do it. Hey, Basilica Stalker. It's a 3/4 flyer. I mean, with what they have on the field right now, I think we're in a bit of trouble. I'm just throwing that out there, by the way. This flips up for 5.
The Rakish Scoundrel. If it was a radish scoundrel, then it would go with my earrings, which are radishes. But it's not.
No, unfortunately not. Let's go ahead and play the Stalker. We do have a Private Eye in our graveyard now, as well as the 1/1. I'm going to say no attacks. Leave everybody back on blocks and see what they do. I'm at 5, they're at 8. My Sanguine Savior will gain me 2 life, and when it dies, I get my Private Eye back. I might actually, depending on how these deaths go, I might get my Basilica Stalker back, which would be cool. If they all like die at the same time or something. The Death Toucher will probably kill the 6/6. Face down card is fine, even if it... They probably have the mana to flip it up now if it has like an ability when it flips up. They do. Artifact or enchantment is destroyed. Coerce to kill.
Wow.
Okay, and then they just swing with everybody because they're very confident. Let's go ahead and... Let's see. We're going to chump block here, and we're going to block and trade with the Death Toucher. We take 9, we're definitely dead. We only gain 2. So, okay. Good game.
Thank you, Pale.
They, in fact, today did not pale in comparison to us.
I was going to say I didn't mean my skin being pale because I'm not saying thank you for that.
No, you would not want to do that, I imagine. Hey, Lucas, if you're watching right now, thank you for the subscription.
Oh.
I just noticed. JJ Power is who we're playing against this time.
Oh.
Ugh, we're also a little slow. I'm going to keep it, but we have 3 mana and or 3 land and 3 3-drops.
Maybe they'll rate our deck for us.
JJ Power and Associates or whatever.
Isn't that what they do? They like
It's JT Power and Associates or something like that. It's not actually
they
JJ.
But it's like they rate the cars.
Correct.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Oh, JD Power and Associates, and they give awards for aspects of vehicles and stuff. All right, I mean, I might as well play Mentor of the Meek, because everything else we know is 3, and we're going to have another land next turn, so we'll play this. Now, this is a 1/1 flying Merfolk Detective, Amy.
Yes.
If they had turned it face, like played it face down and turned it face up, until end of turn, whenever a creature they control deals combat damage to a player, they get to investigate. But instead, they're just hitting us for 1 in the air every turn, which is not bad at all. Unyielding Gatekeeper, huh? Let's play this so we can... let's play... I was right the first time. Let's play this. I will pay the 1 to draw a card. It's an Extract a Confession. Ooh, that's a good card right now for us. Unfortunately, if they play a creature this turn, it won't be as good anymore. But we'll find out. I guess we could also just kill their... Or not kill, steal their creature. Oh, we don't have the blue. Never mind. We gotta wait for blue. Crime Stopper Sprite. Tap something, and then they didn't collect... Or they can collect evidence, right? Collect evidence 6. So they cannot. They only have 3. They tap nothing? Because they want me to block if I want. Got it. I mean, I'll just take 1. It's not a big deal. I drew Murder. Oh. Or I could just play this and draw 2 cards as well. I mean, that seems pretty good. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to play this. I make 2 creatures. Thank you, Mentor of the Meek. I will auto-pay and auto-pay. Thank you. Perfect. Drew a land and a 1-drop creature. I will not attack. I will just pass.
Okay.
They get to sack their clue to draw a card. You got it. Look at their sleeves.
I love them.
Oh, yeah, we have those sleeves too. I love them too. They're very good.
Yes.
Okay, well, Haas de Vigilante, when it enters, they put a counter on the Crime Stopper sprite. You got it. 4 total? Sure, I go to 13. We drew the Illicit Masquerade. I mean, I could just... Oh. You know what? I'm going to do this first. Sack a creature. Their choice. I assume it's the 1/1. It sure is. That's great. I'm going to murder your Vigilante. And then I'm going to Novice Inspector and get a clue. I do not get to draw a card off of this, though. But that's more than fine. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. They go to 11 and I go to 15. Seems like a decent turn to me.
Yeah. The Man in the Hat is here with a smile face.
What is up, Man in the Hat? Happy Magic Monday.
Nice to see you.
They played a Mythic.
Oh.
Tristani 3 Whispers. 3 mana for a 4/4. For 1 and a green, it can gain Death Touch. For a green or a white, it can gain Vigilance. And for 2 and a white, one of their creatures gains Double Strike. Oh, it's target creature for each instance. My mistake. All right, well, you know what we're going to do? We're gonna play this face down. We are going to draw a card for 1 mana. Yes, we are. It's Macabre Reconstruction. And then we're going to turn this face up and exile their Mythic. And give them a 2/2 Detective.
Okay.
You can absolutely give that flyer Death Touch until end of turn. I will just pass. No attacks. Not a problem at all. Okay. What's in my graveyard? No creatures at all? Because we have this that gets us creatures back from our graveyard. We have this that gets us creatures back from our graveyard. And we have this that steals one of their creatures. We don't have the blue, notably, but still. When we do, we're taking this 3/3 flyer because it's real good. Right.
Man in the Hat says, "What's up? A chicken's ass when it's eating."
Yep. That's true. That is what's up.
LOL. How are you two? I missed the beginning.
No worries. We're happy to have you.
Yeah. I was sick last time we streamed, so I wasn't here, but I am back. So I'm still feeling a little crappy, but considerably better. I know you weren't here, though, either, so what's been going on with you? Sephiroth says, "I love the steel card, but am sad it makes a 1/1.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why, right? But yeah, I hear your point. I guess I could have... No, they have a 4/4 and a 2/2. It's fine. I'm just going to play another 2/1 flying lifelink and not draw a card. Because basically, at the end of their turn, if they don't make me use this, which I don't think they will, I mean, I don't have any creatures in my graveyard, I'll just draw with my clue. But I want to leave the mana up, just in case. Because I do want to I do want to draw into my blue source so that I can steal something on their side. The 3/3 flyer probably makes the most sense, because then that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, because I assume they're going to stop attacking with this thing now. Now that I'm able to deal them 4 damage a turn and gain 4 life in the process. Yeah, they just pass. So I would like to draw a card, please. Blue source, blue source, blue source, blue source. Are they not letting me draw a card? There we go. Destroy target tapped creature, or get 2 cards from a single graveyard onto the battlefield under our control. They gain haste, and then we sack them. Oh, but by the way, escape tunnel, blue source. It's a tapped blue source, so we'll do it next. We'll be able to use it next turn, but still, blue source. 6 mana. Yeah, this one and this one, please. So when Haas de Vigilante enters, I get to put a +1/+1 counter on this flyer. Yep.
Sephiroth says Magic just doesn't like making confiscate cards because it tilts people and is kind of OP.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So we're attacking with both of these because they're going away at the end of the turn anyway, and we're attacking with both of these because they're both going to have 3 power and gain us 3 life. So, or 6 life. Then,
sounds good.
Each, or total. So, yeah, this is very good. It's 7 damage in the air, 4 damage on the ground. They're going to lose a fair number of creatures, and we're going to gain a butt ton of life. They are bouncing one of our Sanguine Saviors and surveilling one, putting their land into the graveyard. Our other flyer still has 3 power, and they're trading. Incredible. They're also trading with their own creature that is going to go away now. Oh, so good. So good. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Man in the Hat says, well, you look great on this side of things, Amy. I had a tough but good week, just bettering myself and working. And Joe, you're looking good as well, all groomed up.
Thank
Hot
you.
date.
I mean, for Valentine's Day, we're actually going to be able to, do some nice things, go out to dinner and go to a show.
Yeah.
Should be nice. So tonight, no. I mean, my hot date is all of you.
Yes.
So I don't mean to diminish.
Sephiroth says, as a fellow confiscate player, though, you really shouldn't be able to possess people's cards in tabletop. That's a good way for cards to get lost.
That happened to me. That happened to me once. I don't believe it was purposeful. But I did play against somebody. They stole one of my, creatures, and then at the end of the game, we shuffled our decks back up and left, and I never saw that card again. They've done a million things here. I have not been paying enough attention because I haven't gotten a chance to read them. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've drawn more than one card, put X +1/+1 counters on a creature where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn, -1. Wow. Okay, so a singular 5/5 is attacking us. Okay, I will chump block because we have Illicit Masquerade for future nonsense. We drew a land, which I will play. I'm then going to... It's from our graveyard to our hand. I could steal one of their flyers. They're at 8 and we're at 17.
Man in the Hat says, all of us? Damn, I better put pants on. Or leave them off.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and take the Steam Core Scholar. Seems like a cool card. Then we're going to go to combat and swing with everybody and see what happens. Because basically, wow, they're taking it all, huh?
Wow.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, that's very interesting. let's go ahead and do this with Collect Evidence 6. We're just going to get rid of the things that are not creatures. Submit. Okay, so they have to sack their 5/5. Perfect. I don't know what their 2/2 flips up into, but I assume it's not a 15/15, so I think we're okay. Mm-hmm. Another face-down creature. 5 mana left, so they could very easily flip one of these up. And I'm probably... Benthic Criminologist is a 4/5. Sack an artifact to draw a card, which they did not do. We have Private Eye for detectives. This is a detective. This is a detective. And that's it. Oh, this... Nope, not that one. But 3 would leave 6, so sure. Let's play this. They're at 2? Let's swing with everybody. We have Illicit Masquerade in our hand, just waiting. So let's see what they've got on blocks. 1, 2, 3. They have to block them all. 4. Illicit Masquerade before damage. They're tapped out, so they can't stop any of this. All these things die. We will get back the Sanguine Savior. We'll get back the Inside Source. We will not get back anything with that. Okay. And then Macabre Reconstruction for 2. We don't have any more creatures, so we actually can't use that, but that is more than fine. We will end our turn, and now it's their turn with a 4/5. They're at 2, though, so there's the concession.
Thank you, JJ Power.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay. Let's keep it going. These games have been long games. We made our deck, and we've played 3 games, and it's 9 o'clock. Liquid Monkey.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. 3 mana. We've got Treacherous Greed, and we've got Mentor of the Meek. Okay, and we can play that face down as well? Sure. This is all fine. We need 1 more land by turn 4, and I'm pretty happy with this hand, especially because they just mulliganed as well. They stole our sleeve idea.
Assholes.
Look who their pet is, Amy. Oh, we drew a 1-drop that we can just play now? Hell yeah. Cool.
Look at their awesome mountain.
Oh, yeah.
It's
very pixely.
Yeah.
And computery.
Yeah.
Are they going to bounce it? They're going to kill it. Okay. Interesting choice. The Tunnel Tipster clapped.
Oh.
Oh, he's got a magnifying glass. Oh. He's looking at footprints.
Yeah.
They played a face-down card. I'm not going to play a face-down card. I'm going to play a Mentor of the Meek.
Marcus says, wow.
Thank you.
And Erica is here saying, hey, friends.
What's up, Erica? Happy Magic Monday.
Nice to see you. Erica. When I was sick, I watched all of your videos.
That's true. She did.
Man in the Hat says, hi, Erica.
Mm-hmm. So they have apparently a lot of burn spells, but they used them on basically everything I've played so far, which is an interesting choice to use them on the early stuff, the 1/1 and the 2/2. I mean, I guess to be fair, there's only, certain things they could kill with the amount of damage that they could do, but still, that's more than fine. They have a red herring. Okay. We drew Officious Interrogation, which we can't play yet. We could play this, but I don't see the need yet. Let's play this face down. We can flip it face up next turn, whereas we cannot flip this up yet. We need 1 more land for that in general. I mean, we have ways of getting stuff back from our graveyard, right? So, let's give it a try. Offer the trade. They take it. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. They just prevent the damage and then sack it to draw a card. You got it.
She says, "Happy Monday. Did you like them, Heart?" I loved them. My favorite was the male to female coming out. Because it was so detailed and the dialogue felt so natural and homey and perfect. Just perfect. I feel like it could not have been better.
Nice. Oh, 3, lose 3, gain 3. Okay. I assume they just attack here. I mean, obviously I have no blocks. It's a 3/2 first striker. So, that's fine. Blue source off the top would be pretty cool. That's not it technically, but I can make this work. 2/1 flying lifelink. Sure, I'll attack for 4. I'm not blocking the 3/2, so. Sack to draw a card. Wow, they're like really interested in just not keeping their cards around. Okay, that's more than fine. Turning their cards into other cards. Hey, look, an escape tunnel. That turns this card into another card. Look at their swamp.
Yeah.
And their forest. I was going to say island. It's so blue. From a distance, it looks like an island, right?
Yeah.
Look at him looking at us. Let's go like this. Yeah, they really have, like, removal and card draw .deck, right? Like, that's literally all they've been doing. And they have Krenko as well. Hasty 3/3. I mean, it's working for them. We're at 8. Super annoying.
So yes, Erica, I loved them all, but that one in particular was my favorite.
All right, 5th land we got. That flips that into a 3/4. So I guess we just pass. I don't know what they're going to have here, but I assume they just go to combat and attack now. Sack an artifact, put a counter on each goblin, okay. Pass to attackers. Just the 2/2. Alright, well, I'll have to give it my best shot with this guy, I think. Whoops. Cancel. Pass to blockers. I'm just going to do that and see what happens. I assume they flip it up. They flipped it up. It's fine. I won't flip that one up. I could flip this one up, but... One into your hand, one into your graveyard are the top 2. That could be a blue source. Or I could just flip this up and have a 3/4 flyer that we gain 1 and surveil 1. That's tough, actually. Sure, I'll flip this one up. 1 into my hand and the other into my graveyard. Choose 1 to go into my hand. That one... We put the land in the graveyard and get the macabre reconstruction. We drew the blue source. Sick. When it flips up, it is a detective, notably. That's cool. Let's play this first. We can look at our top card. It's the Market Watch Phantom.
Oh.
Which is also a detective. It's a spirit detective. Play the Private Eye. Say no to attacks. And pass.
She says, "I'm really glad you liked them. The male to female one was my favorite to write too." Good. That I feel like you can tell that. So.
And that's really good.
It came across.
They're looking through their graveyard. They have Extract Confession to Collect Evidence 6, which kills our Private Eye. All right, I don't know if we're going to win this game, folks. They've had nothing but removal every turn. But we have to block here. So I block the 5/5, take 3, go to 5. That's rough. This is going to do nothing this game, unfortunately, because we have nothing going on. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a very good one. Okay. I think I just pass here. So the thing is, flipping up the face down card, like when they attack or whatever, means that we can flip it up, exile the 5/5, block Krenko, and trade with Krenko. So, I mean, they have 1 million mana open. We could just die to their other face down card. But there's literally nothing I can do about that. So let's pass to blockers and block here. Okay, they flipped that up first, destroying an artifact or enchantment, so we're dead anyway. It's another Vengeful Creeper. There's literally nothing I can do, so that's fine. Literally nothing I can do. Okay, we're dead.
Thank you, Liquid Monkey.
Had nothing I could do against that person. That was rough. Rough game. All right, next. We are 2-2, I believe. We are, in fact, 2-2. All right.
She says, but the female to male one is doing better in terms of views.
Very cool.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's more of an underserved group of people. I feel like those two videos are something that I've never really heard of or seen. And maybe that's because I've never looked for it.
Right.
So maybe there actually is a lot of that on the internet that I'm unaware of, but I feel like there's not. So if there are people out there looking for that, I think if they're lucky enough to find those videos of yours, good for them. Mm-hmm. Because I think particularly that male to female one is so detailed and so, I think it could be so helpful for people. I really do. I really, really do.
Sure. Okay, so I think I'm gonna play the escape tunnel and use it to go get... I had to exile the swamp from my hand, so I think I'm gonna have to use the escape tunnel to get my second color. I'm definitely going to attack him, and obviously they can just not block and attack me back next turn, but we finally have Outrageous Robbery for the first time in 5 games.
Wow.
And of course, it's the game where we're struggling to get a black source to stick. But with Public Thoroughfare, we can have it more definitively. So let's play Public Thoroughfare, tapping the artifact. We could still do Extract Confession. We could do Push, but there's really no need. I think I'm going to pass. And then I'll probably just draw a card at the end of their turn. Because thankfully you don't have to tap this to use it. So even though it's tapped, I can still use it. Okay, more face down. Disguise creatures. They attack for 3, I assume? Well, actually 2. Yeah, 2. No blocks.
And Erica, you mentioned the views. Where are you at around in views on these videos at this point?
Okay, 4th land means... Two 1 flying lifelink, I think. It's the best I've got right now, unfortunately. Any land gets me coerced to kill, but I assume I'm going to have to wait for them to flip up some of their face down cards before I know what to target here. Because 1, I can't target these. They have ward 2 if I just get my 5th land. But 2, I don't know which one to take. And if it's green to flip it up, I won't be able to... Well, if it's more than a single green, I won't be able to pay it. So... No blocks.
Do they have Optimus Prime sleeves? Is that what that is?
It's not technically Optimus. Oh, yes, it is, right? That's Optimus?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. Oh, they have Basilica Stalker. I can take that card. That seems great. We don't have the last land. Oh, well, never mind then. We're not going to take it. We're going to kill it. Go away. Then we're going to play this Market Watch Phantom as well. And then we're going to swing with both of our creatures for 3. They're at 17. And we're at 14. So if they just go to combat here and attack with the 2/2, we can't block that one this turn either, unfortunately. No blocks. Because again, they can easily flip it up, and they probably just will. There you go. Target creature blocks this turn if able. Well, we passed through blockers because you didn't do it in the right order, I guess. And so it doesn't matter. But it is a 4/5. Okay. We're at 10. We drew Treacherous Greed. Oh, that's perfect. No, it's not. Hold on. So Extract a Confession, they would just sack the 1/1. And that doesn't help us here. Whoops. Yeah, okay. But Treacherous Greed, we could sack the Novice Inspector, draw 3, they lose 3, we gain 3. So go to combat, swing with these 2. They don't block, which makes sense, but it also means that Treacherous Greed, sacking the Novice Inspector, lets us draw 3, gain 3, and they lose 3. We play a second land, and we could Macabre Reconstruction, but it's just for this. I don't want that. Oh, we could Officious Interrogation at instant speed. Oh, we can collect evidence 6. Silly me. Then yeah, we definitely do this. Collect evidence 6. Just this one. Submit. And now they have to sack their 4/5. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Erica says the 2 coming out ones and the Winter Dance one are at about 1,000 views.
Wow.
The other is around 700.
Good for you. That's so cool. Congratulations.
That's amazing.
Really, really awesome. I feel like, based on how you're talking about it, that you sound like you're proud. You should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do this X equals 4. Seems pretty good, because I can't... I mean, I guess I could Macabre Reconstruction, but I'm just going to do this X equals 4. And I'm going to steal the top 4 cards of their library.
Yeah, I mean, Erica, it's clear to me how hard you worked on them, how well thought out they are as well. So, I mean, you deserve those views.
Agreed.
100%.
Undergrowth Recon. We do have a land in our graveyard. That's actually really funny. Okay, they're at 11 now, by the way, and we're at 15, and they have 1 card in hand. Okay, sure. They made it a 3/3 and blocked our Market Watch Phantom. You got it.
She says, I am proud, heart.
Good.
Jam is currently taking a mental health break until the end of the month, but we have plans when he comes back.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, and you've got a couple in the works, you said, right? I'm pretty sure you said like 3 different ones you were working on.
I'm going to play their Extract a Confession from the top of their library, make them sack their only creature. For each forest, I could... Yeah, there's the concession. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, JLong8802.
Wow, that was That game looked a little scary and then really turned around in the other direction. Like, real fast. What a cool game. It's fun when you get to play fun rares, like the stealing all their cards one. That's a cool card. All right, next.
Man in the Hat says, love the shirt, Joe. Did you catch the new trailer?
Of course I did. That's why I chose to wear the shirt. Felt it was quite topical. We are big Marvel fans in this household.
Yes.
Especially the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I have been reading the comics for decades now as well.
This art is incredible, man.
Really, really good.
What the hell?
Really cool. This might be the Public Thoroughfare art. It's hard to tell. I think it is. Kendrick. Okay. But yeah, so I'm interested to see what that movie does. I'm also very aware that I really enjoyed Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, whereas a lot of the internet fans seemed to not, because they were in a tizzy about all of the news sites that were reporting on the rumors of what was going to happen in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And then when they came out of the movie, they were like, well, but this didn't happen and this didn't happen. And I was like, you mean the things that some rando online who has no knowledge of the movie at all told you was going to happen? But now you're mad that the movie didn't do that thing that someone made up? I don't understand why you're upset. And they're like, the movie sucks. It's like, the movie was great. Really great. And because it didn't do the thing that you expected it to do, and you're being like very whiny and childish about it, sure, I guess that's fine for you. Congratulations. But I really liked the movie, but I guess my point in that rant is to say that it feels like this movie is being met with similar things where people are like, oh, well, it's going to introduce all the mutants all at the same time. It's going to fix all these problems because there's going to be multiverse stuff going on. And it's like, or it's just going to be a movie. Right. And it's going to do some things, but not all the things. And my concern is that if it doesn't do all the things, people are going to be very upset. And I'd really rather they didn't. I'd really rather they let the movie be what it's going to be. And we'll have to see what that turns out to be when the movie comes out. I am extremely excited. But also, I love Hugh Jackman. If you ever see this, I love you. Thank you. You're the best.
He's not going to see it.
Look, I literally have a magnet with his name on it right here in front of me on the table.
Close to his heart.
Yeah. Ironically, it's actually closer to my crotch, but that's not on purpose. That's just how it happens to be, I promise.
He says, I loved the pegging comment at the beginning.
Yes.
I owned the first 5 issues of X-Force when they X-Force when they first came out. Sorry.
Hell yeah. That's really cool. Oh, look at our top card. Hell yeah. I assume this thing attacks. Congrats. I'll go back to 21. No blocks.
Eric says, yes, Android 17 and Trunks are written.
Nice.
They're already done.
Nice.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And then I'm doing a series for him as a cute mermaid siren boy. Oh.
Hell yeah.
Fancy.
So there's another Sanguine Savior? So... Oh, right, but I want to play that now because then this gets flying, and then I can swing for 4 again. I surveil 1. You know what? If they destroy it, they destroy it, but I'm going to put the other one into my graveyard now. Then I'm going to go to combat and swing with the 2 that it makes sense to attack with, a.k.a. the Flyers. Put you to 6 and go to 23, and then I'll end my turn. Okay. Wow. Passing to attackers. Taking 3 and going to 20. Sure. I'm gaining 4 next turn, so... I will sack my clue and draw a card in the private eye. We draw a land, and our top card is a Novice Inspector that we get to play for off the top. Gives that flying, they can see it.
Ah. Thank you, Kendrick.
So I will note, that combo is gross. the assembled players, letting us play a creature off the top once per turn, combined with the snarling Gorehound, which lets us, when we play a small creature, we get to surveil one, which means that in this instance, right, because it went off, we could have surveilled this land into our graveyard. Now, notably, this creature that we played was off the top, and we can only do this once per turn to cast something from the top of our library. But if it wasn't, if this was a 2-powered creature, and we had played this instead, and this ability went off, we could have surveilled this land into the graveyard and seen if this next card on top was a creature that we could have played from the top of our library. That's a really cool combo that works quite nicely in this deck that we haven't quite seen yet. But yeah, I mean, playing this off the top, we had 6 power in the air. They were at 6, and I guess none of these 4 cards for 6 mana or less could have stopped it. So,
okay,
we win.
Yeah.
Next.
Erica says, so Amy, I don't know if you're into this sort of thing, but after having watched all of it and letting it simmer, I think you should both watch Has Been Hotel.
Ah, okay.
I'll write that down.
It's on Prime, if I recall correctly, which we do have.
We do have that.
This is a fine hand, I suppose. Sure, why not? Why not? Let's play this land. They said hello. Well, hello to you as well, Loki in the Sky.
Yeah.
Let's play... You know what? Because we're not playing anything with assembled players this turn, so I might as well Public Thoroughfare now with the land. Oh, that is not the Public Thoroughfare art, by the way, the other art that we saw, where I was guessing.
I knew it wasn't.
Oh, Jesus.
I just wasn't going to say it.
You could have said it. Look, sometimes I'm wrong about things.
I know.
I know you know. Oh, look at their lands. They're the Jurassic Park lands.
Oh, nice.
Wow, they're makeshift binding our creature? All right, cool. Ah, not a land. Damn, I was really hoping. All right, fine. Let's play Inside Source. Make a 1/1 and a 2/2. Pass. I'd love a land off the top to play this tracker. Really, really would.
She says it's an 8-episode animated musical series for adults, featuring so many Broadway actors and voices. The plot is basically that Charlie, Princess of Hell, wants to see if sinners can be redeemed and sent, I think it's supposed to say sent, to heaven, rather than being slaughtered in the yearly exterminations when angels came down to thin hell's numbers.
Wow.
Holy shit. That sounds like a lot. So I'll make sure we're ready for that when we watch it.
What do they have for 2 mana here? Okay, fine. I mean, you 2-for-1 yourself to kill a token, so I'm okay.
Wow, that's a little...
It's fine. And the token was half of this card, because this card still exists. So, Case of the Burning Masks. They deal 3 damage to that by paying the ward cost as well. Okay, you got it. This is not a detective. It's a human citizen, but I still get to play a 3/3 and attack them for 1. Okay, yeah, I feel like they're not doing this very optimally, but 3 or more sources you controlled dealt damage this turn. Okay. So that's what they have to do to solve that. Sanguine Savior. I know that card. Hey, a 4th land. What a goddamn concept. They have 2 cards in their graveyard. Sick. Griff Not Tracker. We will... Oh, it's a detective. Okay. Swing with both, because they have a 2/1 out, so why wouldn't I?
Man in the Hat says, there's only 2 movies in the MCU I haven't made it all the way through yet. Marvel's and Wakanda Forever.
Oh, Wakanda Forever was
disappointing.
So good.
It was really good.
Oh my god. I was like the both Black Panther movies, right, are the only ones that my mom watched. Actually, no, that's not true. She watched Eternals and the Spider-Man movie as well. But she really liked the Wakanda or / Black Panther movies. What are you? You're just a 5/5? Damn it. So I can play this face down, but I can't flip it face up. They're at 27 and we're at 18. I'm going to say no attacks. The issue is the 5/5 is going to get menace when it attacks, so I'm not going to be able to stop it. I can trade with the Savior, though. They had the combat trick in +3/+0 and first strike to get us and kill one of our creatures. They also just dropped a rare in 10th District Hero. Okay. They are immediately collecting evidence 2 to make it a 4/4. Okay. I mean, we could steal that, and we do have white, so we could make it, something else. So yes, they're going to suspect. They don't suspect it.
Oh.
Good. Block. They have 2 mana open and 1 card in hand, and they do nothing with it. That's awesome. They go to 29, but we killed their Sanguine Savior, and we drew a 5th land.
Awesome.
Now the question is, do we steal the 4/4 or the 5/5? I think we take the 4/4. The thing is, it becomes a 5/5, and all our other creatures have indestructible. So yeah, I'm going to borrow that forever. Thank you. Okay.
Man in the Hat says, in an attempt to find a non-violent alternative for reducing Hell's overpopulation, the Daughter of Lucifer opens a rehabilitation hotel that offers a group of misfit demons a chance at redemption. Okay.
6, 7. Interesting. They have a lot of mana. Only 2 cards in their hand. Same with us. Now, notably, we do have 4 creatures in our graveyard. They destroyed their own creature with Deadly Complication, and then played Perimeter Enforcer. We will play this land. We will play Assemble the Players. We have 4 mana left, which would be Illicit Masquerade. But we could flip this up and exile the 5/5. I could arguably do that at any time. But I'm going to do it now. Get rid of the 5/5. They're at 27. We're at 18. No attacks. Okay.
Erica says it's a lot, but it's also way lighter and funnier than you're expecting it to be.
Good.
Then I'm looking forward to it.
We can play the Novice Inspector off the top. Ooh, we'd have to shuffle this away. It's probably... Oh. We could just draw it first. Draw the Sanguine Savior, then shuffle away the island, ironically, to go get an island. That's hilarious. And then we can play the Sanguine Savior. Beautiful. Okay. No attacks, and we pass. If I can trade with the... Ooh, never mind. I guess I can't. Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll trade with that thing. Let's do it. Wow. Very aggressive attacks. Sure. Let's trade here. We'll both gain 2. And I take 4 and go to 12? And they go to 31? Game's not over yet, but it's not the nicest thing in the world. All right, the case has been solved. So they get to sack it, exile the top 3, choose 1, and play that card this turn. Okay. I'm going to collect evidence 6 and get rid of Coerced to Kill and... Ooh. Wow, that's tough. Inside Source. Wow. That's a really tough choice. But they have to sack their 4/4. Good. We do have 4 mana left for the Masquerade. So I'm going to pass. Because I imagine there will be an opportunity to drop this, block with both of these. That's fine. They play one card out of their top 3. And the top 3 were Undercity Eliminator. When it enters, they can sack something to exile one of our creatures. Oh, but it exiles. Interesting. Or they could do a case, discard a card, draw 2 cards. They picked that one. Okay. So they discard 1 card, draw 2 cards. And it gets solved if they have no cards in their hand. They discarded a land. And if they can play both of those cards this turn, they can solve this case. They did it. And that means that at the beginning of their upkeep, they discard their hand and draw 2 cards. Okay, cool. That gains flying. That's fine. Suspect it. Okay. Pass to attackers. Swing with both or just the flyer? Just the flyer. Okay. Can't elicit Masquerade here. It's solved. I think I just dropped this. I don't know that that's the best course of action here, but maybe it is. Sure. Let's do it. It's like, you know, I had the mana and stuff for it. Oh, God. Come on, deck. Pass, I guess? They have to top deck. I mean, they get to... Well, okay. They're drawing 3 cards a turn. That's probably the death knell for us. They destroy our Unyielding Gatekeeper, which means that we get to get back Basilica Stalker onto the battlefield. They have a face-down card, which gives that flying. But we have a 3/4 flyer, so... Okay, now it's whenever this takes damage, we take damage. So we just take 1, no blocks, go to 9.
She says, I'm fully obsessed with it and cannot wait for season 2. ... In 2 years. ...
Okay.
Ugh.
3 lands in a row. We are fully screwed here. Fully and completely screwed. That really sucks. That really sucks. Thanks, deck. Come on, man. It's a 6/2 Menace. And a 4/2. And a 1/3. They drew 3 creatures this turn, and we've had 3 land in a row. That all seems perfectly fair and reasonable. I don't know what you're talking about. Perfectly fair Magic the Gathering.
Man in the Hat says, can't win them all.
No, can't win them all. All right, let's get back... Huh. Do we just get back to Basilica Stalker again? I think we do. Yeah, because exiling cards from their graveyard is irrelevant. So I'll take that back. Very good. And our top card is actually a card that we can play. Holy crap. Okay, okay. Planes? No attacks with the flyer. We're at 5 and they're at 29. So, you know. They drew their 3 cards for the turn. One of them was a land. It's better than last turn. One of them was removal. And then they swing out and absolutely kill us. I'll trade with this to make myself feel better.
Thank you, Loki in the sky. With diamonds.
Yeah. Or, yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. And yeah, that's... We went 4-3 with this sealed deck.
Okay.
Pretty cool. 1,400 gems. That's almost a draft, because a draft is 1,500.
Right.
But we paid 2,000 to enter. So, you know. Arena economy.
Yay. Boo.
Let's go to our mastery tree here and work towards Aurelia. We get the Museum Night Watch card style first. And then we've still got 18 minutes, so we might as well start another sealed, because draft is going to take too long. So we'll start another sealed, finish it next week, because as a reminder, we're here every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. No mythics again, by the way. That's 12 packs, no mythics.
Wow.
Just throwing that out there. We're not doing 5-color good stuff.
Okay.
Even though we have Niv Mizzet.
That sounds good to me.
But we could do with Hunted Bone Brute.
Sorry, I'm dying because not only am I coughing a lot, but I also have the hiccups.
Oh. Evolutionary Leap? I guess that one's fine. I don't know that I love it. But Axebane...
gross.
Yeah. It's from Magic Origins. It's from the list.
It's just Britney Spears.
Wow.
She's a slave for Magic the Gathering, I guess.
Look at how long its tail is.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But we've got Axebane Ferox, which is an incredible card. 4/4, Death Touch, Haste, and Ward. They have to collect evidence 4, which means exile mana value 4 or more from their graveyard. So that's incredible. We also notably got 2 land in Meticulous Archive and Lush Portico.
Okay.
Lost in the Maze I don't love. And Ill-Timed Explosion is fine. And I know you love this little guy.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be able to play this Goblin Rogue or this, Dragon Avatar Niv Mizzet Guild Pact. But...
Whatever, bro.
But I can play Assassin's Trophy, Hunted Bone Brute, and Axebane Ferox, and I can consider Evolutionary Leap. Plus, obviously, we'll check the rest of our cards here. But whoa, we have 3 of this counterspell. Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
And 2 Deduce. And 2 Behind the Mask. A lot of blue cards. Not a lot of white at all, but we weren't looking at white this time, so that's fine. Decent amount of black, including a Murder, which is a good card. I like Unscrupulous Agent. That's a good one as well. And our green... Get a Leg Up is a good one. Is a very good one.
Oh, the leg was on the last page.
Oh, the Crovad Haunch. Beautifully done, Amy. That's really impressive. Good for you.
Good. I'm glad you liked it.
I really did. I really, really did. Wow, we have a lot of green. A lot of green. Oh, and notably, in addition to Assassin's Trophy, we also have a Crawl Whipcracker and a Rakish Scoundrel. So yeah, definitely. Oh, look at that art for Lightning Helix. I mean, my God.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Gorgeous.
There's hair somewhere. Okay. And
What?
it's on my face. And it won't get out of my face. And I can't find where it's coming from.
I'm very sorry. We have 2 Luxodon Eavesdroppers as well.
I can't see.
Oh,
My glasses
no.
are
My
off.
glasses are off. I'm sorry, Amy.
Oh, it's cute.
It's cute.
Yes.
It's huge.
Why do you think things that are huge can't be cute?
I guess that's not what I was saying. You're right. All right. Well, let's
make it back.
Assassin's Trophy, Whipcracker, Scoundrel. Oh, we have 2 Crowd Control Wardens. Put X counters on it, where X is the number of other creatures you control. I probably don't want to try to splash with just this and 1 Escape Tunnel. Look at this, Amy. It's Lumbering Laundry.
Oh. I love it. That's what our laundry is starting to look like in our house.
That's fair.
It's becoming a laundry golem. It's just gonna start walking around with a face.
I don't know that I want this one. I don't like this one. I also talked about not loving toxin analysis. I like unscrupulous agent. I like alley assailant. I want the bone brute. I want the murder. I want the reconstruction. I don't want this. I do want this. Now this is 6 mana for a 5/6. When it enters, we investigate, so we get a clue. And whenever we sack a clue, they get 2 poison counters. I'm going to hold off on that one for now. I used to take this card and play it, but if you don't have 6 mana, it's not great. It gives you 1 clue, and then by turn 6 or later, you're probably not going to be sacking enough clues to kill them with poison counters. So you're just playing a 5/6 and making a single clue, which is not amazing for 6 mana. I will get a leg up. Pick your poison, makes them sack an artifact, an enchantment, or a creature with flying. I guess I take that one. I don't love Evolutionary Leap. I will take the Gardener. I will take the Inspector. When it enters, if evidence was collected, because you can collect evidence 6, put a counter on one of our creatures and gain 2 life. And it's a detective. I'll take the Alibi. 2 +1/+1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. If all of our creatures have total power 8 or greater, this gets solved. And it says whenever we attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature, and it gains trample until end of turn. Because it's the case of the trampled garden.
Yeah. I was just looking at those flowers, and it's very pretty.
It is very pretty, but then you want to solve that case because somebody tried to trample that beautiful garden.
They failed. It's still beautiful.
I guess I could take They Went This Way. We are going to be able to play that other card. What do you do? Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Creatures you control gain trample until end of turn. The Eavesdropper lets us investigate, and whenever we draw our second card each turn, it gets +1/+1 and vigilance until end of turn. The Topiary Panther has basic land cycling, and the Glintweaver, Amy.
I'm happy now.
Good, I'm glad. I'm very glad. I will take the Lush Portico.
We're gonna play Witherbloom.
And I'm actually going to take both Crowd Control Wardens, understanding that now we have 41. That's it. That's the deck.
But we don't want to play with Britney Spears?
No, I don't like this. No, I don't like this card. I do like you, and that's very funny. What is our deck box art going to be?
Oh.
It's got to be a blue, a white. Well,
Kitty cat.
Technically, we're playing part white if you care on this card.
Fine, not the kitty cat.
So it could be any of the blue cards or any of the red cards. Do you want your goblin friend?
Yes. He's so cool.
It's a goblin citizen mask maker. Also, I guess I can show off the deck this way, right? First, go like that. So that's what the deck looks like, everybody, at least curve-wise. Very odd. I mean, it kind of, like, it ramps up this way, and then it just kind of very much falls off here. But, sleeves, what are we doing? You want to do the lightning bolt again?
Let's do Judith now.
Do.
Not Judith, but I can't say
You said it correctly once.
Do Judith.
Nah, you said it correctly once. Just go off that. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, did I forget to put the other land in? I did. I need to put the escape tunnel in. But that gives me 42 cards, so I need to ditch 1. What's our percentages? We're much higher forest than swamp. So let me ditch a swamp? Yes. We ditch a swamp for the escape tunnel. Perfect.
Dougis? Dougis? Damn it, Marcus. Get your laughs in. Go ahead.
Incredible, Marcus.
Because they're supposed to be nice to me. I'm sick.
That's hilarious.
Erica says, Amy, I like to think I know you, and if I'm right, you'll be fully and completely enraptured
Okay,
by
good.
the Has-Been Hotel show.
Sure.
Man in the Hat says, but it's not over yet. Keep on keeping on.
Well, that was the other game,
And then
guess,
he
right?
said, never mind, LOL.
Yeah, no worries at all. It's fine. Ooh, weird hand. Oh, this one's fine, though. Destroy target token an opponent controls. But we don't have the green right now. We have the white. We have our splash for this. But we can play this face down for 3. So this is fine, because we can play this and this. No issues. Okay.
And then he says, Weaver looks like my buddy Wade. I got him with 7 legs, and he grew back his 8th. Hence the name.
Wow. That's awesome.
I'm so confused by that.
So he had a snake, or not a snake, a spider, who he named Wade because it lost a leg and then grew it back like Deadpool, a.k.a. Wade Wilson.
Oh, now I get it. That's cool.
It is cool. I'll play this face down. Now it flips face up for... It could flip face up for double green. So notably, we don't need the white with this, but we do have it, so it's fine. They played a face down card as well. We finally drew the green, and we're actually going to go to combat and attack with both. They blocked? Hell yes. Untap it, it gains hexproof, it becomes a 3/3, and we kill their creature, which was a 6/7 with reach. Holy shit. They were thinking ahead on that one. All right, they play 3/2, which makes a Thopter token, which is very helpful when I have a card that destroys a token. Awesome. What does this flip up with? 5 mana, so...
He says he's my striped-legged tarantula.
Very nice.
How cute! Will you send a picture? He's from Costa Rica.
Wow, that's really cool. Oh shit, they have their own Axebane Ferox. I know that card. I can't collect evidence 4 right now, and they didn't attack with it. Interesting. Well...
Marcus says, as long as we know what you meant. Thank you, Marcus. I love you.
I will also not attack. This is hilarious. Look at this board state right now. The thing is, when this thing comes out, I mean, I don't know how we're going to collect evidence 6, but or 4. But they can collect evidence 4 because we killed their 7-drop. Fine. It's very annoying. Oh, this is collect evidence 4, which would let us do this one. Okay, sure. I will murder your Axebane Ferox.
Rude.
By collecting evidence 4, which is this one. Submit. We'll use my Ferox to kill your Ferox. Cool. I will not collect evidence 6, but I will go to combat and attack with the Whipcracker. Yeah, taking the trade immediately. I love it. End the turn. I need one more card in my graveyard that is a non-land. Ooh, they played a 4/4, huh? This flips up for 6, which I do want to do. So we'll put that down like that. And then pass. I could flip this up, and it would become a 6/6, actually, which is pretty great. They play a face-down card. That's fine. And a Projector Inspector, which they could draw a card and discard a card, but they chose not to. We play another land, so we could flip this up. I don't love that. But I think what I'll do is go to combat and attack with this and see what they do. Because I'm going to flip it up either way. But if I can get one of their creatures, that's even better. Perfect. Flip it up. It's a 6/6, and we pass. Okay. They may have removal for it. If they do, that's fine. Not a huge deal. They have a 6/5 Bubble Smuggler. Jesus Christ. Combat. Attack for 6. I want to see if they do this trade. They do!
The bubbles are getting away.
Well, we're killing them, so. Damn it. Alright, so actually, I'm going to play this. Good. Then I'm going to play this. I'm absolutely going to collect evidence 6. Sure. Submit. +1/+1 counter on this. What does this get? +1/+1 in vigilance until end of turn. Good, we'll do that. Okay. Uh-oh.
That's an angry gorilla.
They get to destroy our clue, which is relevant because now our Luxodon Eavesdropper can trade but not kill. But we do have Topiary Panther on the crackback, so this flips into a 3/3. Let's go to combat and attack for 4 and see what they do. Take the trade, take the trade. They don't take the trade. Okay. Fine, they take 4, and then we play a 6/5. Do you like this thing?
It's fine.
Fair enough. They play a face down card. And they pass. Cool. Assassin's Trophy. It's an instant as well, huh? They're at 13. We're at 22. It's 2 to flip this up. We have 7, and this costs 6 to flip. God damn it. That sucks. Combat.
Marcus says, kitty!
I'm going to swing with everybody but the Inspector and see what they do. 2/2 and 2/2 block the 4/4, and then 4/4 blocks the 3/3. I'm going to order that one first, and I'm actually just going to Assassin's Trophy the face down card and pay the 2 mana extra. Ward 2. Oh, well now I don't have to pay to flip it up. So that works for me. They go get a land, and I will decline to pay the... Oh, the Ward 2 still activates? It's fine. I don't need the mana anyway right now. So it works. We kill that. They get to go get another land. Congrats. Okay.
Erica says, every episode of Has Been Hotel has 2 songs, so it's a full musical series.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
That is cool. Okay, I mean, they have a lot of land. And it looks like Bite Down a Doppelgang.
Whoa.
I hate this card. I hate this card. Okay. Yeah, it's just fucking complete blowouts when it gets played. It's insane and so annoying. So annoying. Sealed is just so slow. So it's like, well, if the game goes too long and we have Doppelgang, we just win. It's like, okay, I guess. There's literally nothing I can do about it, so... Okay.
Don't worry about it, Erica. I like it. Just the thing that sucks is like how long in between each comment I have to wait because of what's happening in the game.
Sorry.
It's not a thing to be sorry about. It's just the weirdness that is the pacing of me reading chat.
Oh, they're going for it, huh? Okay. Here we go. 6/5 blocks the 6/5. 4/5 blocks a 6/5. And then that's it. We take 12. Gross. Oh, 13. We take 13 and go to 5. Gross. Okay. They just let it all happen. Okay. Fair enough. We're at 5. They're at 5. But, of course, their creatures have vigilance. I guess I'll flip this face up just like they did. Oh, we can just get Lush Portico. So we get to Surveil 1 when we play it. And we got an escape tunnel. F off. Greenbelt Radical is very good. That's very good. Okay. Pass. This is interesting. So they're at 5. We're at 5. We have a card on the field that will make them lose 3 and us gain 3. They swing with everything. Okay. Yeah, the problem is they just have infinite blockers because these things never tap.
Man in the Hat says, do it.
I'm trying. They go to 2, we go to 8, and then we go back to 4, and we have 1 creature left over, and they have 2. They have 1 unknown card in hand, which they still have not played. Face down. Oh. Oh. Oh, there are 2. This flips up for 7. So next turn. But we're at 4. Damn it. I played that wrong. Damn. We lose. Block across. Can't flip it up. We just die now. Yeah. I hate this card. Absolutely hate it, man. Yep. And that's it. That's game. We'll keep up the hand line, but I'm conceding. I'm not wasting my time.
Thank you, Mars501.
But you know what I will do? Obviously, I said we can continue this next time. But before we're done for the night, we're 0-1, but this deck definitely has potential when we don't come across stupid, broken rares that only work if it's turn like 12. We have packs to open. Because I haven't opened any Murders at Karlov Manor yet.
Okay.
And so I think I'm just going to open 20 packs.
Okay. After I'm done reading chat, please.
Sure.
Man in the Hat says, I have 2 Madagascar hissing roaches as well.
Whoa.
They were mislabeled food, and Wade couldn't penetrate the hard-ass armor on them.
Oh my god.
They are like mini tanks. Bonnie and Clyde.
Hell yeah.
I love the names.
That's great. Very nice.
Okay, now you can open packs. I
That's
just wanted to be able to read that because he wrote it like a million years ago.
I appreciate it.
That's really cool.
It really is. And Amy, thank you for doing a great job. Tonight and always, of course. But all right, so Amy, look what we got.
The bubbles are getting loose.
Do you like this guy?
Yes. It's fucking awesome.
And Amy. She loves this guy.
I love it. Look at all the people it eats.
All the skulls in the bottom corner here. That's what she's talking about.
I'm just so proud of it.
Good, I'm very glad. Amazing. Amazing. Do you like this thing?
No.
Okay. Do you like this guy? This goblin?
Yes.
Amy loves her goblins, everybody. Oh, look, there's another one over here.
Yeah. thought you meant another goblin.
Nope.
I was like, oh, like it's eating one?
No. No, just another rot farm mortipede.
Yeah.
All right, then we get into the uncommons. You like this one too, this homunculus?
Yes.
Okay, I thought
I like
so.
all the homunculi.
Makes sense.
They're the best.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very good card as well, so I like it too. Do you like this vampire?
Yeah, it's kind of badass.
Right? Okay. And you like the cat?
Yeah.
What about this art?
Yeah.
Eliminate the impossible.
Yeah, it looks like the actual aesthetic of the Invisible Man movie.
Sure.
The black and white Invisible Man movie.
Absolutely. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not this in the foreground, but the guy.
This like futuristic stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
That's great.
Amy always does a great job. Thank you, Man in the Hat. That's very nice.
I agree. The meddling youths
Uh-oh.
who are taking off the mask of they're human detectives, and they're taking off the mask, and it says whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, investigate. Also, this is dark as hell.
Oh.
It's called Torch the Witness. So it's just...
I thought it was Pompeii.
I mean, it's that same idea, right? It kind of looks like that. But yeah, it deals twice X damage to target creature. If excess damage was dealt to that creature this way, investigate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man in the Hat says, Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
All right, so we have Cryptic Coat,
Yes.
Thundering Falls.
I love that art. It's so pretty.
Agreed. Drag the Canal, which is a very good card. The art is a little dark, but...
They did a good job of, like, creating that sort of bloat that happens to a body when it's submerged.
In water for a very long time? Yeah, I agree. It's real gross, but yes, it's accurate. It says, let's gather what we can before the Golgari tidy up the scene.
And the meddling youths. Yeah, we knew it was a payout.
For sure. They would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for those meddling youths and that dog. Deadly Cover-Up. The art unsettles me right here. This part of the art is very gross to me.
I think that's its mouth.
I am unsure. But whatever it is, it's gross. It bothers me. Next we have Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods. Centaur Druid. 4/4. Other creatures we control have haste.
I almost bought a Yaris once. It's a 3-cylinder, though, so I'm glad I didn't.
A Toyota Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods. Very nice. Case of the Crimson Pulse. Okay, so this was the one that our opponent played against us and then was drawing 3 cards a turn, and so they won. I don't think this was the only reason why they won, but it definitely helped big time contribute to that. Another Illicit Masquerade. God. Again, we've said it a million times. The art card for this card makes that art look so much more unsettling.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's terrifying. And another Niv Mizzet Guild Pact. But for the first time tonight, we get to see 2 mythics from this set. Obviously, we saw Tristani 3 Whispers, but I mean, like, we have the mythics now. First one is... I knew it. I knew it was going to be at least one. And last but not least, thank you, Vanifer Evolved Enigma.
I keep forgetting she's in this effing set.
Yes. She is an elf ooze wizard.
Whoa, what? Ew.
She's Simic, so there are all kinds of things. She's a 4-mana 3/4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you either cloak a card from your hand or put a +1/+1 counter on each colorless creature you control. And all the disguised creatures are colorless.
Okay.
And or any cloaked.
Sorry, guys.
God. I was going to open 10 more. Are you okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Oh, God. I mean, you stuck it out for well over 2 hours, so props to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We opened one more mythic. We'll see what that is later. Very quickly, let's just check and see if there are any other friends here for you that you haven't seen yet. I don't think so. Oh, I mean, there's this elf crocodile detective. Do you like this guy?
Yeah.
It's the undercover crocodelf.
That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
What else? I think that's all. Do you like this dog?
Yeah. It's cool.
It is very cool. This art is one of my favorites from the set. It is gorgeous. It's absolutely my aesthetic, as many people know who watched me play X-Men Legends and never, ever not play Iceman. It's just, that's me all around. Hey, look, Amy, a dog walker.
Yeah.
Who makes dog tokens. Whoops, I bumped the mouse. Dog tokens. There's the laundry.
Yeah.
Lumbering laundry. What do you think of the magnetic snuffler?
Is it just a weed whacker? What is that?
I think it's like it's a construct, right? So I think it's an artifact anteater, but it's like the nose is a metal detector. Yeah.
Oh, it's a metal detector.
I think so.
Okay.
Because when it enters, you return an equipment from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it would be like a weapon of some sort that is part metal.
Sure.
And then it says whenever you sack an artifact, you put a counter on this thing. So it like really likes you to discard metal, I suppose. Amy, look.
I love him. Oh, he's so cute. And he's writing a novel. A crime novel.
Oh, I love how he holds his quill.
He just holds it like this.
Holds it like this while he's writing. He doesn't like actually hold it the way you would hold a writing implement. He just holds it like this with his fist.
It's so cute.
Amazing. Oh my God. We're almost done, Amy. I'm so sorry.
Just like Mike Myers, Man in the Hat says.
Oh, is that how Mike Myers holds writing implements? We have a clandestine meddler. Look at this sexy rogue.
This is Soren's friend, he said.
There's some more meddling youths. There's another case of the trampled garden. It's a Viashino warrior. He's a cornered crook. Then we have a troll detective in sample collector.
He looks cool.
You like him?
Yeah.
Do you like this worm horror?
Yeah. I just want to tickle him.
Amy loves her horrors, man. That's how it works.
Look at that belly. I just want to tickle it.
I know Greg isn't here tonight, but shout-outs to Champion. I got to help them out over the holiday season at one point. And I was helping them put away some of their minis. They have a lot of WizKids minis for sale. And they were the Hook horrors that were... The
Hook horrors.
Yeah, so they had Hook horror minis. But when I was talking to them about the minis, I was like, oh, look, there's these Hook horrors. And Casey, the manager, who's, again, they're all awesome people. It would be redundant for me to repeat it, but it's still true. But Casey was like, excuse me? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. This is a Hook horror. I had to like very much emphasize the word because it does not sound appropriate. Anyway, our rares. Kylox, Visionary Inventor.
He's cool.
It's a Viashino Artificer. We have Thundering Falls again, and appropriate for Kylox being right above it.
Yeah.
He is 7 mana for a 4/4 Haste Menace Ward 2. We have Judith.
Yeah, looking sexy.
Do you like the imp that she makes?
Yeah. It's like a circus imp.
Well, it's the Rakdos Carnival, right? So he's a carnival performer.
Yeah.
Or circus performer. Yeah, I guess you're right. Hunted Bone Brute again.
He got eaten.
Yeah, I guess he's got.
Dogs already ate him.
Well, but he's made of bones, so dogs go after the bone. Not that.
They eat meat.
Yeah, I know, but they play with bones. They're not like. They're not.
Well, they're playing with him.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like he likes it.
How could you tell? He's just a bunch of bones.
There's another Treacherous Greed with that sick art, and it's, again, just a pretty good card. Ansrog's Rampage. Do you like this mole god, or you don't like the mole?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the nose thing that you don't like with the weird
Yeah.
tentacles on it? That's fair, I guess. A Meticulous Archive. We got one of these before as well.
Erica says I play with bones too, just on weekends.
Yeah, but not for nothing. With that, unlike with this Bone Brute, you'd know if he liked it or not. There's a Lamplight Phoenix again. Sorry.
Is that like a hook horror?
We have a Krenko's Buzz Crusher. It's an insect thopter. And it's got a bunch of goblins coming off of it.
Yeah.
Do you love it?
Yes.
It's not a vehicle, though, which I think is odd. I mean, I guess because it's a thopter, and thopters are, like, kind of sentient in their own right. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but they're not usually big enough for people to ride.
Well, this one is. It's Krenko's, and it's full of goblins. Cool.
I wouldn't go back if I didn't.
Now, let's see if we get an actual mythic or just a wild card. Ready? Oh, it's Tristani 3 Whispers. Did I say wishes before?
I don't know.
Referring to this thing? It's Tristani 3 Whispers. And it's a 3-mana 4/4. As long as you're in green and white, green and white, it's very easy to play this card. So, okay. Hey, guess what, everybody? That's it. We're going to let Amy go rest.
Yay!
Because she did an incredible job tonight. And I will ask you, Amy, are you able to do your thing here? Or would you like... Okay. So then, first I will say, as a reminder to folks, please don't forget that we will be back with more of this, of that deck and of playing this format, draft or sealed. Oh, no.
We're saying goodbye, Greg. I'm sorry.
So Greg says so close to missing it, but I didn't. Hashtag go me. Hashtag Joe and Amy. Hashtag lots of love. Hashtag go me. Greg, we were just talking about the store, and I was talking about the misunderstanding that Casey and I had over the minis that you guys have of the Hook Horrors. He says I won't keep you guys. No worries. I said it just wanted to pop in and say hi. Yeah. Sorry, I was helping you out. I don't mean to take your I said it too quickly, and she was very confused as to what I was talking about. Rightfully so.
Just how they're pronounced.
Yeah. Like I said horror too quickly, and I said hook horrors, and that's it can be misunderstood.
Sure.
It was a very funny moment, and we laughed about it. I don't know if she'll remember it. You're more than welcome to mention it to her, but it was very funny. So, that is going to be the end of this particular stream. As I said, we'll be back for more of our sealed deck next week, and then we may go into draft. We may do another sealed. Who the hell knows? But that will be next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, as we are always here on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern, live for Magic Monday, playing MTG Arena Limited. And then between now and then, we are also live on Friday, this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Amy did an amazing job tonight, and so hopefully, knock on wood, as long as she continues to feel well, we will try to be back on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern with more God of War Ragnarok.
Yes.
If for whatever reason Amy is not feeling as well to do that, well, I'll be here doing something else, don't you worry. But we will still be live either way, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel. So please feel free to join us. We would love to have you. But if you're only here for Magic the Gathering, no worries whatsoever. Like I said, we'll be back next Monday at 8 for more of this.
Greg says, I just want to pop in and say hi. 8 p.m. till about 10:15-ish.
That's true. Yeah, it's 10:22 right now. So yeah.
Have a great night, guys. If you want more Joe and Amy, but Friday nights are hard. Nice.
That's right.
Good night, my loves. Erica says, good night to you.
Thanks, Erica. Good night. Thank you.
We love you.
Yeah, we'll get to this in a moment, but thank you for being here. We appreciate it. In fact,
Yes.
Amy, that...
Here we go.
Well, so that moment may come now. But
Good night, guys. Greg says good night.
good night. In fact...
You guys are awesome. You are awesome, Greg. Thank you so much for making it here. I'm sorry that you missed so much of it. Because we're always happy to see you.
True. Very true.
Erica, we're always happy to see you too. Thank you for the suggestion and the incredible content that I am so pleased that you have so many amazing views on.
Really happy because you and...
Really proud of you.
And the Jam, the creator, definitely deserve it. So, well done.
Man in the Hat, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. Marcus, of course, thank you so much for being here. It always means a lot to us that you're here every single time. It's really special.
True. Very true.
Lord Sephiroth, thank you so much for making it back.
Yeah.
It's been forever.
True.
So it was nice to catch up. NC Holland, thank you for being here. I know it's tough. It means so much to us that you're such a devoted viewer of ours.
Correct.
Man in the Hat says peace. Peace to you.
Agreed.
Have a good night, all of you.
Yes.
We love you all.
Yes. And in fact, as a reminder, by the way, since I don't think I technically said it during this stream, if you're new here and you have not done so already, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out here or on our other two channels. Links down in the description box below for Video Games for All.
And gluten-free for all.
And we also actually have links down below to our socials. Amy has been doing an incredible job over on Gluten Free for All's Instagram. So you can check out all of our socials, but specifically that one, if you want to see some really good-looking food.
Mostly because I haven't been doing videos for that channel. Sorry about it.
It's getting there, though. And so, as I mentioned, those other two channels, check them out. Sub, ring the bells there as well. And in fact, tomorrow on Video Games for All is the first episode of Amy taking on the Elite Four in Pokemon Diamond. So I highly encourage you to check that out. It's gonna be a blast. This weekend, next week are the Elite Four episodes and the champion, of course. So check those out. Again, that's Video Games for All. There's Gluten Free for All. There's our socials. All links down in the description box below. You can follow, you can sub, you can ring the bell, do all those things. Thank you, Amy. We highly encourage it, and we really appreciate any and all support that you're willing to give. And then last but not least, please don't forget that likes and shares here on YouTube go a very long way, and we really, really appreciate it. And don't think I don't notice, because we do. When you all like the streams, we see that. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. Last but not least, if you were lurking tonight and you did not hear your name just mentioned, we still appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't ever hesitate to pop in a chat and say hey. Please don't ever feel pressured to do so either. You're more than welcome to take this blanket thank you from us and take that to heart, because we do appreciate you being here. But if you want that shout out at the end, pop in a chat, say hey. Of course, you can talk to us more. We'd love to have you. But however you choose to watch our content, we appreciate it nonetheless. And so, between now and the next time that we see you, whenever that happens to be, please continue to stay safe and happy and healthy. That is to you and yours super important. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.